Oh, hello there. How are we? How we doing? How we feeling? How have we been? How is the week going? Are you okay? Clearly I'm not. I botched the fuck out of the popping of this pimple. So now I got a big ass red dot on my face. But other than that, I'm doing pretty swell. I'm doing pretty swell. Got up early today. I washed my truck. There was bird shit all over it, spider webs. It's nasty. Got myself a nice little cafe latte without the latte, just the cafe. What else? What else is there? Trying to think. It is Thursday. Liverpool play, I believe, on Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Liverpool, they play Saturday against the Tottenham Hotspur, going away to the Tottenham Stadium to play Super Frank. I'm envisioning a pretty challenging Saturday. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but I don't think that this is just going to be a stroll in the park, you know? Obviously, Liverpool and Tottenham Hotspur Stadium doesn't exactly have the greatest history, Doesn't exactly have the greatest history, but it's a must-win game. Like all games for the rest of the season, Liverpool must win them all. We got to win them all. We can't draw. We can't lose. We've already seen how the losses cost us. And even with all of those losses, we see now that if we had just beaten Leeds and Sunderland like we fucking should have, we'd only be 6 points behind Arsenal in the most disastrous start to a title defense in history, which is insane in itself. Liverpool obviously didn't have a midweek game this week because Mr. Slot decided to bin the Carabao Cup. Hey, let's lose 3-0 at home to Crystal Palace. That sounds like a great idea. You know what sounds like a good idea? Let's start the kids against Crystal Palace after losing 5 games in the league. And let's bin this competition. That sounds like a good idea. That served us really well against Manchester City away. I think that binning the Carabao Cup helped us lose against City away. Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally concur with that decision after the fact. In hindsight, it was the right move. Indubitably. Indubitably. Not hot, as they say. Not great. But because Liverpool didn't have a midweek game, the rumor mill begins to spin. Liverpool are a big club, so everyone's got to talk about them every day. And so because everyone's got to talk about them every day, the rumor mill has spun. And now, for the last 4 days, I got to sit here and look at the Antoine Semenyo fucking carousel. I got to look at the Mark Gahey carousel. I got to sit here and I got to fucking listen to people talk about signings. Habibi, I've lost 6 games in 3 months. You want me to talk about fucking signings? How about you suck my dick? That's just in the fucking Premier League. Why are you talking about signings? Why are you talking about Semenyo and Wharton and fucking Gahey? Why are you doing that when I can't even get Alexander Isak to be worth 15 million? Why are you doing that when Ryan Cherky is literally shitting on Florian Wirtz? Cherky is the best signing of the summer outside of Ekitike. I think Ekitike has the ability to be like one of the best 9s in the world. But right now, from a midfielder perspective, Ryan Cherky blows Florian Wirtz out the fucking water from output. I know that you little gremlins are going to sit here and say, but Mike, if you look at the underlying statistics, you'll see that Florian Wirtz is number 1 in all of the different categories. Yeah, but he hasn't produced GA, so I don't give a fuck. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But you want to tell me that, hey, I know you spent 500 million this summer, but what if, hear me out, what if we spend another 250 in January? Boom. That's the solution. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club. How you doing? How you doing? I'm wearing blue today because Liverpool isn't red anymore. Liverpool is Chelsea. We're rapidly approaching billion pound bottle job. Rapidly approaching that status. And for what? To back this guy? Because you think that this team is redeemable? Because you believe that this manager is redeemable? Because you have some sense that this manager knows what he's doing? Because we're 5 games unbeaten? Really? Really? You're sitting around and you're touting that as a brag, 5 games unbeaten? That's your new narrative? Brother, brother. We're not signing Mark Gahey in January. It's not happening. Crystal Palace isn't letting him go. He's going to walk in the summer. He wants a fat signing on fee. Mark Gahey wants to do what Trent did. Mark Gahey wants the transfer fee to be his signing bonus. That was last year, Dennis. Today is today. That was last year. What you did last year means nothing because the present moment is all that matters in life. It's that simple. See, this is the divide between someone like me and someone like you, and fair play to you. I don't have any personal grievance against you for wanting to back the manager, but my opinion is pretty simple. The only moment that matters is the present moment. That's it. The present is all that matters. The past is the past for a reason. I can't change the past. You won the league last year. Congratulations. Doesn't mean you get to pull my pants down and fuck me this year. No, sir. No, sir. It's not what that means. You want to talk about credit in the bank? Arnie Slot only has 50 Premier League games under his belt. It's not a lot of credit. So, again, the present moment is what matters to me, not what he did last season. And the present tells you what the future looks like. And to me, the present is telling me that the future's looking pretty fucking bleak. Now, when I say past, I mean last season. The present season is different because then you could say, well, Mike, using your logic, you shouldn't talk about any prior games. Use your brain. This season is this season. I don't want to do this kind of talk. I don't give a shit about this. Standards this, standards that. What are we, fucking Arsenal? I don't care. I just want to see good football. I haven't seen good football all season. That's not necessarily true. I saw good football against Frankfurt. I saw good football against Everton. Saw good football against Atletico Madrid, just unlucky that day. But that's about it. So I've seen good football about 3 times. 3 times so far this season. Bob, you can sit there and name players and put numbers next to them all you want. It's not going to fucking solve anything, dude. Also, you're going to drag Bastoni away from Italy? Come on, guy. Come on, guy. Use your brain. Give me a second. My lips are chapped as fuck. Dry as a bone out here in LA, dude. But fuck, I just realized I'm drinking something and I just put on chapstick. I hate that. Either way, don't matter. Everyone's talking about transfers right now, and it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you thinking about the future? Doesn't make any sense. What's going on right now? What's going on with the team that we have? Why are these problems not being addressed? Why are they not being talked about? Why does the manager not have more pressure on him from fans? Give a fuck. Slot is a cuck. And the way he treats Chiesa is a disgrace. Chiesa puts the most effort on the pitch out of anyone, and if it wasn't for Chiesa, we would have lost to Sunderland at home. So it's looking pretty bleak. Not looking hot. And I love the reasons that people think that these certain individuals that we're linked to are going to improve the club. Again, we have certain sections of the fan base hyper focusing on this idea that we need better ball playing center backs. I'm sorry. Have we not watched Konate the last 3 games? Do we not have a basic understanding of the way that buildup works? But you're telling me I need line breaking center backs. I have line breaking center backs. There's just no midfield for them to fucking break the line to. I just like I get so frustrated watching other people because I'm just like we're not watching the same game every week. We don't watch the same game ever, even if Liverpool isn't the one that's playing. I mean, realistically, what does Mark Gahey do to improve this Liverpool side? Why do I need a better ball playing center back when it's not the center back's job to break the line? It's the midfield's job to break the line. It's the pivot's job to progress the ball from defensive phase to offensive phase. You see, Mob, you bring up a great point. Less mistakes. But you're misunderstanding what the mistakes are. A lot of people have surface-based analysis, and they look at a center back or a defender messing up a pass, and they say he doesn't have the ability to pass. Where I disagree is that if you really break down the situations where they make the mistakes, you have to ask yourself, where could he have gone with the ball? So, scenario. Center back has the ball. He tries to get it to the fullback. Ball gets intercepted. You say, bad pass. I say, let's break that down. Center back has the ball. The double pivot is nowhere to be seen. He's being pressed by the opposition striker. He has 2 choices. Go backwards to the goalkeeper, which he's already done 10 times, or play the ball to the only option, the fullback. Plays it to the fullback, makes a mistake because naturally not every pass is going to be perfect. There's the sum of the game. So to me, sometimes it isn't on the defender. In fact, the majority of the time with this team, when we make mistakes in buildup, it's because there's a lack of options in buildup. Trying to think, who's the last team we played? Who did we play on the weekend? Even against a team like Brighton. What do you mean, who's my friend in show? I don't know what you're talking about. But I believe that a good structure mitigates mistakes. A bad structure increases the likelihood of mistakes. We have a bad structure, which means that mistakes are highly probable. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Our fundamental buildup and our off ball movement is poor. So I expect mistakes. Oh, I know. Listen, listen, I botched the fuck out of the popping of this thing, and now it's just this gigantic red dot. It sucks. It's all right. In time, it'll heal. But I believe that that we play a structure that fuels mistakes. So that's why, like, I don't. That's why my criticism for the backline isn't as great as other people's because I expect these things to happen. Ah, fuck off. That's one disgusting pimple. Fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, Kronos, you little bitch. How dare you talk shit on my fucking cheek? Either way, I think that our system is a catalyst for errors. Just look at the way that McAllister moves off the ball. Look at the way that Gravenberch moves off the ball. Look at the positioning of our double pivot when we're sitting in our 3-2 or our 3-1. Look at the amount of space in between the ball and where the ball needs to go. Look at the distance between the back line and the front line. Look at what the front four is doing because we don't play with the front three, we play with front four. Look at the middle of the pitch. Look at what what the opposition defense is doing. Look at how little they're moving. Look at how easy it is for them to clog the lanes. It wasn't pretty. It was like a scene out of a fucking Quentin Tarantino movie. It was not pretty. Um these are this is what you need to ask yourself. So again, I don't think that Mark Gahey is some magic solution. I think that he'll make let's put it this way. I think that Gahey would make less mistakes. But I think that Gahey would make a lot of mistakes. I just think he would make less mistakes than Kanate, but he'd still make a lot. Simple. Again, everyone's talking about our team and our like defensive solidity. Guys, the fact that Brighton didn't score in that game is a fucking anomaly. Gomez missed a wide open net at 1-0. So, a bro, you call me loser pool and you got Sesko as your picture? Fucking hold that. This is why I always harp on structure, 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 structure. Because I've already seen this team swap players out. Give me a second. My fucking ear is itching the shit out of me. Oh. I've already seen this team swap players out. I've already seen Florian Wirtz do his cameo as the right-sided midfielder. I've already seen Dominic Szoboszlai as a right winger. I've already seen a double of Kirkes and Robertson. I've already seen the left-sided wing be used with Florian Wirtz. I've seen Isak and Ekitike both in the 9. I've seen every combination of midfield that you could possibly think of. I don't think it's a personnel problem. When no one in the fucking team can fix the problem, then the problem is not the team. The problem is what you're asking the team to do. Nems, calm down. I have to put a fucking band-aid on it. This is why I always harp on structure. Because I don't believe it to be a personnel problem. And by making signings, what you're telling me is that you think it's a player problem. The idea of going for more players tells me you think it's a player problem. You think it's a profile issue. I think you're a fucking idiot. Wait, Jordan's playing? Oh, wow. It doesn't even say that the game is on for me. What the fuck? Oh, wow. Morocco tied it in the final minute of the game. Oh, it was the 86th minute? He was onside. God, that's a sloppy goal to concede. Um, Boy, that would suck. Either way, no, 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 no. Okay, you're misunderstanding my point, Cop Chronicles. I agree. We could use a winger and a center back and a midfielder. 100%. Yes. And Bob, I agree. We can upgrade in certain positions. Absolutely. This is not my disagreement. My disagreement is in the perspective of what the signings will do. Do you understand? Semenyo is a great football player. I think he would be a lovely addition. Mark Ahey is a great football player. I think he would be a lovely addition. Adam Wharton is a great football player. I think he would be a lovely addition. But if you were to take them and just plug them into this system, I don't think it does anything. And that's the view that people are having. People think that we will just sign these players, plug them in, and the system will magically work. I'm saying that's fucking stupid. I'm saying there are no profiles or players on the planet that will improve the way that we play football to a point where we can win titles confidently. You might be able to scrounge together a cup run, but oh, it's going to be squeaky bum time. So, again, just to say it very clearly, I believe that these would be great additions to the team if we change the way that we play. But if you just took them and put them directly into this system and you didn't change anything, it's mute. And unfortunately, that's what I think the club is in the mindset to do. Get Semenyo, plug him in. Get Mark Ahey, plug him in. And then now it'll work. I'm saying that the players won't fix the system. The system needs to totally change. Now, I've seen a lot of people talk about this new, 4-1-2-1-2 diamond, 4-4-2 diamond. And I think in certain areas it has helped. But I also think we still have a fundamental issue in buildup. And I also think that we still look open in transition, especially when Soboslai is playing right back. We did not look defensively solid against Brighton. Brighton should have scored at least one. I felt like that game should have been a draw on paper, but hey, it is what it is. But I'm not buying into this bullshit of, oh, we look defensively better. Inter played like ass, and they respected us. And Brighton missed every fucking chance that they had, including a wide open goal. A little bit of luck. A little bit of luck. But that's okay. Some teams need luck. The buildup, though, still lacks in a lot of areas. But I saw something very particular. I felt very vindicated. I remember many moons ago, I sat here and I would play clips from every game and I would say, look at what I think the problem is. And I made it very simple. We vacate the center of the pitch. We still do, but you are now beginning to see a slight change. I love that this fucking asshole is stealing my thunder from 6,000 miles away and 6 weeks too late. But all of a sudden, look, the team is now actually staying in the central fucking channel. All of the sudden, we have options in the middle. All of the sudden. A slight improvement, absolutely. But again, why was this not done after Crystal Palace? Why was this not done after Chelsea? How did it take you this long to realize, hey, I probably should have options in the center of the pitch? Hey, I probably should just condense my formation. Hey, I probably should play more compact football. How did it take you that fucking long? How did it take you that long to realize, hey, this is just fundamental basics of midfield through the middle? That's my biggest issue with these last few weeks. People are talking about positives, and I get it. Like there are positives, but the issue is that there's always that looming truth that why didn't he do this 6 weeks ago? Why didn't you do this on October 14th? Why did you wait till now? I cannot credit you for changing now. You have waited too long. I asked you to be preemptive and take initiative and change it back then, and you waited. But now you want me to clap because you changed now? That doesn't make any sense. Again, here's another game. This is Inter Milan. I think I know the exact minute of this as well. I'm almost positive that this was the quick counterattack that McAllister fucked up. And there was only like one moment in this game. So this guy's highlighting something, right? I like we went over this whole game. He's highlighting the one moment that I think is like in the first 20 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. Um, but either way, like literally what I've been calling out for 6 weeks, and now we're gonna give credit for him for doing it 6 weeks later. And then you ask me why I hate on the manager so much, and you ask me why I'm so negative. Well, it's pretty fucking simple. I've been asking for this shit since the beginning of October. And now that you give it to me on the eve of Christmas, you expect me to be grateful? Fuck yourself, bitch. Fuck you. All of a sudden, you're actually using your wingbacks like fucking wingbacks. All of a sudden, the midfield is in the middle of the fucking pitch. All of a sudden, we're more compact. Boy, Hussam is stressing. 114th minute. Poor Jordan. Point in case. A mustached American from Los Angeles, California, via New York, New York, a Yankee no less, should not be able to identify the problem that you then fix 6 weeks later after he identified the problem. I get paid nothing. He gets paid $5 million a year. Hello? How is that not a problem? How is it not a fucking major issue that I could diagnose this 6 weeks ago, but the guy who gets paid 5 million pounds a fucking year didn't? How is that not like the first alarming thought in your brain? I'm probably not the only one who was talking about it too. There's probably tons of other fucking people all over the internet who are saying the same exact thing. Yet we're all being negative. That's a major issue for me. The lack of foresight is a fucking concern. That's a major issue in my brain. Can't get around it. You're only adding to my point. Again, this is why I don't have confidence going forward. Because even the pictures that I just showed you, those were only glimpses of the game. We still fell back to type all the time, especially when Soboslai went to right back. Once Soboslai went to right back, the whole thing was cooked. The whole thing was cooked. Once he goes back to right back, all of a sudden, balls in behind, vacating his position, chance after chance after chance for Brighton, defensive instability. We blocked a lot of shots. Konate was excellent defensively. Ryan Gravenberch was putting his body on the line. The one thing that we did exceptionally well in that Brighton game was duels. It's the best game that I've seen so far on ground duels and aerial duels. We won the vast majority of both. So fair play. The effort was there. The desire was there. They were not going to lose that game. A draw is a loss. Who's that certain fan that says Liverpool can still win the league? Huh? Who the fuck said that? Who said that? Who said Liverpool can still win the league? If Liverpool win this league, I won't say that Liverpool won the league. I'll say that City and Arsenal lost the league. Unless we go and we win every game for the rest of the season. Then I'll say, you know what? We won. We won. But I've already done the math. We cannot drop points in more than 2 games. Liverpool, from this point on, with 22 games left in the season, if you want to win the league, you must win 20 and draw 2. Simple. Currently, Liverpool are on 26 points in 16 games. That would be 26 out of 42. So Liverpool have only 26 out of 42 games. So I'm sorry, 26 out of 42 available points. We have dropped 16 points. Liverpool, wait, hold on. I'm not doing the math right. 16 times 3, 48. 48 points. Okay, and we have 26. So we've dropped 22 points. We've dropped 22 points so far this season. Now, going forward, we have 22 games, so 22 times 3, that would be 66. So there's 66 available points left on the table. If we got all 66 available points, that would put us on 92. 92, you would say, hey, we can win the league with 92. Unfortunately, I don't think that you're going to win 22 straight games. So how do we mitigate this? Well, what did we win the league with last year? 86? 86 points-ish? Around there. So if Liverpool wanted to get to 86 points in the next 22 games, 20, so 60, 62. So if we won 20 and drew 2, we would be on 88. If we won 19 and we drew 3, we would be on 86. If we won 18 and we drew 4, we'd be on 84. I don't think winning 18 and drawing 4. No, it's not. My math is not off. 16 games, 48 available points, 26 out of those 48. That's a difference of 22. We've dropped 22 points. There's 22 games, so there's 66 available points left on the board. We have to get to 86 points just to meet what we did last year to win the league. That's 18 and 4. I'm sorry, that's 19 wins, 3 draws. So that's 18 wins and 4 draws to get to 84 points. Do you guys think that Liverpool can get 18 wins and 4 draws? Do you think that that's possible right now? Do you think that for the rest of the season, 18 wins, 4 draws? Yes or no? And do you even think that that's enough to win the league? Arsenal are 10 points ahead. So do you even think that 84 points is enough to win? I don't think so. I don't think that 84 points is going to be enough. Arsenal have a 10-point lead. So at the minimum, in order to guarantee a real strong chance of winning this league, my belief, 20 wins, 2 losses, 64 points. I'm sorry, 20 wins, 2 draws, 62 points. That would bring you to 88. That'll give you a chance. That'll give you a chance. I don't remember the last time Arsenal hit 90 points. So I don't think that they're going to hit 90 points this season. I don't think that 90 points is going to win the league. But it's going to be damn fucking close. Do we think that that's even possible? I mean, you guys just said you don't even think that we can hit the same amount of points that we had last season. So why would I sit here and waste time thinking about winning 20 games and drawing 2? This is the issue. This is the issue. Do we think that City are going to finish on 84 points or lower? And I'm not just going to change my fucking expectations of the season because things have gone sideways. It's chicken on its own. Oh, Jordan are going to lose. I feel bad. That sucks. It's such a shame. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Either way, I don't think Liverpool. I thank you, Sharts. Thank you, Sharts. It's a fucking pimple. Thank you, Sharts. Either way, I don't see us winning 20 games in the Premier League for the rest of the season. And I'm not just going to change my tune. It's December 18th, and I'm out of the race. Simple as. It's not in our control anymore. The only way Liverpool have a shot at winning this title in the Premier League is if the rest of the team is if City and Arsenal fall off. And the league winner is at like 82 to 84 points. I just don't see that happening. And I don't even see us getting to 84 points. So it's tough. It's long. And it's only December. It's not even Christmas. It's not even Boxing Day. And I can't mathematically get my head around Kronos. Suck a bag of dicks, Kronos. I can't wrap my head around this team winning this Premier League. We could maybe win a Champions League. That would be his only saving grace. That would be his only saving grace. Is if you somehow could win me the Champions League. I don't even see that happening. I can't. Because I know that at some point in that competition, I'm going to have to play an English team. And when I play that English team, it's not going to be good. So right now, at this point, if we don't change the fundamentals of the system, it's never going to click. You say click, and click means sustainable and consistent. This is never going to be sustainable or consistent with the way that we play. Just the basic off-ball movement and lack of effort in possession alone should tell you enough. I think it's so rotten to the core. Even the off-ball movement is diabolical. Like, these players shouldn't be walking ever on the pitch, ever. Effort. Movement. There's very few. Curtis Jones always moves. Chiesa always moves. Ekitike always moves. Florian Wirtz always moves. Outside of them, the rest of the team, they can all get fucked. because the lack of just basic off-ball movement is disgusting. Terrible. But either way, it still doesn't change. You've created a mountain that's too hard to climb. I'm not changing up. I'm not changing up. My demand this season was the Premier League. I spent £500 million. But honestly, even at this point, like we're talking about the title, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about any title. I just want to see better football. I want to be excited to watch this club again. I want to cheer for a goal, you know? I want to be present watching this team. I mean, listen, I am crashing in on the players, but also I think it is instructed. The way they play is instructed. Their lack of movement is instructed. Their lack of effort is instructed. Their lethargic pace is instructed. The lethargic progressive play is instructed. I believe it is instructed because of how consistent it is. It's that simple. I also believe it's instructed because at the first half of last season, I didn't see it. I saw intensity. And then in the second half of last season, I saw a deliberate tactical change. And then in the first half of the season, I saw a continuance of that deliberate tactical change. So I believe if you see something once, it's a player problem. If you see something 15 times, it's instructed. It's a manager problem. Soboslai, in this team, that's his job. It's not McAllister's job to run. It's not Gravenberch's job to run. It's Soboslai's job to run. Again, most of my issues aren't even in defense. They're not even against the press. It's just us on the ball. That is 90% of my issue. Not our defensive work rate, not the defensive ground covered, not our press in games, not our defensive structure, not our goalkeeper. My 90% of my problems are what do we look like when we have the ball? And when we have the ball, Soboslai isn't running all over the fucking pitch like a headless chicken. He's not. McAllister doesn't move when we have the ball. Ryan Gravenberch barely moves when we have the ball. The front line stay as far away from the back line as possible, and they don't move when we have the ball. When the wingers get the ball, they get themselves into nice little isolated 3v1s. Difference in perspective. That's the majority of my issue is the on-ball structure, the on-ball movement, the on-ball. That's what it is. I mean, I still think that we're going to finish top four. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to. I just don't think that we're not going to finish top four. There's not a world that I can see that we don't finish top four. But that's not good enough. Not at all. Under no circumstance. I'm not going to sit here and accept that. So it's just that simple. Also, big up Quasi. Saw you earlier. Forgot to put it up. Big up, bro. We'll see. We'll see if it's here. Let me just see. Was there any other Liverpool news that I saw? No, I don't have any more Liverpool news. Game over yet? Or Jordan. The nation, of course. Jesus Christ, 1.7 million people watching BN Sports right now? Holy shit. They don't even have subtitles up. It's just straight up Arabic. What is the Moroccan national language? Is it Arabic? Modern Standard Arabic. It's Standard Moroccan Berber. Interesting. Fuck off, Dennis. No shot. If we win the next five and Arsenal win their next five, you still have the same fucking difference. Liverpool's next five fixtures: Tottenham, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham, Arsenal. Arsenal's next five fixtures: Everton, Brighton, Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool. That game's at home, by the way. That game's Arsenal at home. I mean, in theory, yes. In theory, yes. I don't possibly see how this team goes to the Emirates and wins, though. I mean, when is the last time that we won at the Emirates? We didn't win there last year. That's when we were in form. Didn't win there the year before. I think we lost there the year before that. Arsenal's not exactly a team we've been beating a lot lately. So I don't expect that to just be a win. I think first you got to get through Tottenham. But even so, even if we were 7 points behind Arsenal, even if we were just 7 points behind them, I still don't know. I mean, for Liverpool right now, it to me it's pretty simple. Our next fixtures. Let's put it this way. Tottenham must win. Wolves must win. Leeds must win. Fulham must win. Arsenal must win. Just the league. Burnley must win. Bournemouth must win. Newcastle must win. City must win. Liverpool, in my mind, have to win every Premier League game from now to February 8th in order to even entertain that notion. In order to even entertain the notion that we have the chance at the title, you have to win every Premier League game from now until February 8th. Then you have to beat Barnsley because we can't just bin the FA Cup. You have to beat Marseille, and you have to beat Karabakh. I'd like us to finish in the top 8 and not have to deal with going through the knockout phase. I think every game from now until February 8th, no matter the competition, has to be a win. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 straight wins. That's what I think this team needs. That would actually make it 14 because we're on a 2-game win streak. So 14 straight wins. Do we find that to be possible? Do we think that we're not going to drop points at all in any competition from now until then? I don't know. I'm not giving Spurs credit. I'm not giving Spurs credit. I'm not giving Spurs credit. I'm saying that we're so bad that anyone can beat us on any day. A draw is a loss. When I say anyone can beat us, at this point, a draw is a loss. So there's no such thing as a winnable fixture for this side. No such thing as a winnable fixture for us, in my mind, right now, based on the way that we play football today. I mean, I don't even think Liverpool don't even have a 50% probability of winning. Based on the computer, Liverpool 47% odds for win, 25% draw, 28% Tottenham. A draw is a loss. A draw is a loss. Not about how good or bad Spurs are. It's about how bad we are. It's that simple. It's not about how good other teams are. It's about how bad we are. That's what I'm saying. That's it. It's pretty simple to understand. It's not about other teams. It's about us. Again, I don't think any team has played us off the pitch. I think that we have just been so terrible in the way that we possess the ball that we invite teams to fuck us. Very different. Very different. I didn't say that Liverpool are worse than Tottenham, Vader. Thank you for gaslighting me. I didn't say that. It's not about how good or bad Tottenham are. With Liverpool, it's not about what the other team is, period. Liverpool beat themselves. Liverpool have beat themselves all season. It's not about us. It's about them. The only team that just out and out destroyed us was City away. That wasn't on Liverpool. That was just, they were 1,000 times better than us. Outside of that one game, Liverpool have beat themselves every fucking week. The pimple is slot out. The pimple is slot out. The pimple is 100% slot out. I haven't changed my mind either. Not in the league. Because Liverpool still had more than enough chances to take the lead when it was 1-1. In fact, we had more chances to take the lead than it was 1-1 than they did to take the lead to 2-1. Carabao Cup game, I'm not really counting. That was the youth squad. So it's not fair to put that like for like with a Premier League game. But in the Prem, no. No. First half, we got dominated. Second half, we could have scored way more. Anyone can create chances against Liverpool. Anyone. Because we create the chances for the opposition. That's the difference. You don't have to create against us. We will create for you. Spurs are dog shit. 1,000%. They suck. They suck royal ass. 100%. But I don't have any confidence in my team against anyone. You know, Vader, I know that you're playing some kind of game here. I'm not going to bite. I'm not biting. But big up. Vader, should Kusanov have been sent off? Yes or no? Should Kusanov have been sent off? Yes or no, Vader? Let's see just how biased Vader is. Vader, should Kusanov have been shown red? Was that a red card challenge on the last man? I'll wait. Hey, there we go. He's honest. At least he's honest. At least he's honest. So you got away with one. Still think you guys could have won that game with 10 men, but still. Did he cheating allegations? Maybe. I don't know. Whatever happened to the 115? It just completely dissipated and disappeared. Wasn't the trial supposed to be in November of this year? I didn't hear nothing about it. Boy. Boy. Oh, no. 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 Definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Anyway, not much more to talk about. Liverpool on the weekend will be playing Tottenham Hotspur. Poor Jacob. Poor Jacob. Hopefully, Jacob will go home crying. Hopefully, Tommy the Choo Choo engine will get fucked. Hopefully, Spurs will crash and burn. Hopefully, it's nice, easy 4-0, but I don't know. There's nothing easy with this team anymore. Either way, we'll probably be back after the game, as of course, we have retired from doing watch alongs. We can't stand it anymore. We can't do watch alongs for this team. Um, and yeah, big up to all y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you. Appreciate you. Smash a like, hit a subscribe, do whatever you want. Don't care. I'll be back at some point or another. But of course, Liverpool have won 2 games in a row, so I can't play any of my clips. Can't play any of my clips. They're all negative. They're all negative. I can't watch this team publicly. Can't do it. I'll get myself banned. Can't do it. Also, it's just too boring. It's just too boring. There's nothing to react to. It's just too boring. It's just way too boring. 5. Hold that. 5 games unbeaten. The mighty Liverpool, 500 million pounds, and what do we get to brag about? I haven't lost in 5 games. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. Anyway, big up, people. I'm dipping out of here. Enjoy the rest of your lovely Thursday. And hopefully, we'll be back after a win against the Spurs. What am I? God, Vader, you're asking questions as I'm trying to leave. Next 5 matches for Liverpool: Spurs, Wolves, Leeds, Fulham, Arsenal. Spurs away, Wolves at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away, Arsenal away. Got to win all 5 to even have a conversation. Got to win all 5 to even have a conversation. Either way, I got to fucking piss like a racehorse. So no more questions, Vader. No more questions. But big up, Vader. And big up to the rest of you guys. I'm out of here.